Afternoon, everybody. I hope the microphone is not playing up today. So I'm just finishing off a mouthful of sandwich. Late again as usual. Not sure. Excuse me while I just fiddle with the microphone because I think I turned it right down. Yes, I did. Okay, that should be a little bit louder. Not a lot. Right, who've we got on board? Quite a few people. Let's get Benji's banner up just in case he's about. You never know. Okay, so we've got Derek. Afternoon, Derek. Looking forward to the stream. Michael Hyde, Jack Straw. Afternoon, Jack. Not seen you for a little while. John Cunningham, hi John. Gary Cooper. Rob Titheridge, hi Rob. Barry Charnley. Andy Tobin, Chris Brown. So Jax has been playing with a guitar amp by the looks of it. Nice. All the gear, no idea. Bingo. Afternoon, Chris. Mike Atlantis, how are you? Theo. Benji is there. Colin Parnell. Afternoon, Colin. Chris Brown. Right, how are we doing? Andy Tobin. Hi, Andy. Mr. Laser Sound. Have I got everybody? Cody's Paul. How you doing, mate? Rob Cross. Hi, Rob. Phil Taylor. How you doing, Phil? The fact radio's arrived yet? It might have been there yesterday. I don't know. It went off first class, but you know what the post is like. Who else have we got? Fat Tony. Tony, how you doing, mate? Superbike Rider Clive. Time Tech. Hi, Time Tech. David Tagg. Afternoon from Derbyshire. Graham Townsend. Hi, Graham. Doug. Hi, Doug. Happy Father's Day, yeah. I've heard from one of mine. I've got 2 to go, I think. Fix an amplifier. So how is everyone doing? Boxing Day 11. Hi, Carl. How are you? So I haven't had a chance to eat my dinner yet. So apologies if you see me munching from time to time, but I do need to eat some, and otherwise I won't make the live stream. Well, I won't make the end of the live stream. I'll be going a bit doolally. A bit dazed, I think is the word. Let's get the banner down for Benji. I know he loves it. So I don't know if you all followed along the saga. Audio is low. I'll tell you what, this microphone is going a bit bonkers at the moment. Really is going a bit mental, this microphone. Let me have a look at the levels. Okay, device volume. Is that any louder? Audio's fine. Device volume. That's a bit louder, is it? Okay, nope, no worries. I think I turned a load of things off, didn't I? Because it was doing some strange stuff the other day. It was going a bit mental. I can pop it up a little bit more. Let's do that. Let's do that. That should be okay now. You got to eat your dinner. It's all right for you, isn't it, Rob? You're not on video. That's a bit louder, is it? That's good. I don't know. I might have put the microphone in a different mode. I can't remember. I know I might have had a little bit too much wine last night, and I know my microphone went a bit bonkers, and I had to switch to the computer microphone wherever that is. I don't know. It might be up the top there by the camera. But there you go. Hi, John Cunningham. I think I did say hello to you, John, didn't I, at the start? Yes, I did. So hopefully you all caught yesterday's video that I popped out. I was determined to get this thing working, and basically I ripped the whole of the channel change board apart. Checked all the resistors, checked all the cables, and I thought, well, let's just disconnect it from the set and run it just with the power. And lo and behold, the problem went. So that it wasn't the display board like we all thought it was the other day. So then what I did is I sort of hot wired it. I bypassed the flexible cable and wired each one individually, and the problem obviously came back. So I pulled the wires one at a time, and I found that pin 13 of the PLL was the one that was causing the issue. And I've gone a lot further than that now. So it led to the PLL basically being faulty. So I got up fairly early this morning and cracked on with it. And what I've done is I've pinched the PLL out of another radio. I've put a socket in this one, and I've socketed the replacement chip in, and it's working. I don't know how well it's working yet, and I haven't totally put it back together, but yeah, it was a bit of a mystery, wasn't it? So let me get my sandwiches out of the way there a minute. Where am I going to put those to? There's not many places left to put things in this room now. Every surface is covered with something. So let's see, where's my... Okay, there we are. Let's bring that forward a little bit. I've got a bit of a mess. I haven't cleaned up or anything here. It's in a bit of a mess at the moment, but I'm sure you won't mind too much. So there he is. I've got the front back on it. I did pull it way apart, really. Mike! Cheers, Mike. Thanks, mate. You missed your video yesterday. Yeah, I did like I sort of did like a live stream, but to no audience, if you know what I mean. And I just published the video on YouTube just to give people an update from Thursday, really, as to how far I'd gone. Just having another bite of sandwich a minute. Yeah, could be in for the long run. You never know. Right, let's get this up a little bit so you can see it. It's upside down at the moment because basically I've got the board exposed on the top. So let's get you up. So I have, you can just about see I've socketed the PLL there, look, and that's the PLL from the other radio. Now what the hell have I done with the other one? It was on my microscope. What's a microscope gone? No, I must have knocked that off. Yes, so we have a replacement PLL. It's socketed. This ribbon cable was a blimmin' nightmare, this was. I lost one of them was just one strand of wire, so I've had to cut it back and rejoin it. What a nightmare that was. Yeah, that wasn't very much fun. As you can see, I've recapped it throughout. It's totally recapped. So let's stick some power on it and see what it's doing. I haven't put the knobs back on yet. Just wanted to give them a bit of a clean off first. So I'm connected up to the power meter at the back. Can I get that in the shot as well? Probably somehow. Let's turn it on. Back a squelch off. So before we were missing the even channels, weren't we? There we are. Absolutely perfect. No issues. Let's draw in about 170, 180 milliamps. Squelch that off a minute. So I've not done any alignments or anything like that on it. I've just literally got it going and put it back together. So let's get you in on the power meter then. What are we? 5 watts, 4 power. Let's get you in on that. Okay, so it's set on the 5 watt scale. So you're looking at the bottom scale, which is 0 to 5 watts. So we're looking for 4 watts transmit on high power. Got the dummy load connected. So we're just keying into the dummy load. Hang on. Let's try that way. There we go. Absolutely bang on 4 watts according to that, and drawing 740 milliamps on channel 40. Let's go channel 1. He's doing, if I look dead straight at it, it's bang on 4 watts. Low power should be 1/4 watt, 0.4, 0.5. It's ever so slightly high, but there you go, we're transmitting. We are transmitting. It works. Amazing. What a game that was, though. That was hell of a game getting that going. It's a lot of work, that was. But really chuffed that it's working. Just catch up with the chat. Yeah, that PLL really did give me the runaround. Everybody thought it was the LED board, but I was convinced it was a PLL from the word go, wasn't I? So I was actually right. It was a PLL. Hi, Bretsky. How you doing, Brett? Fancy a jam sandwich but run out of bread. You have to bake a loaf, Chris. Hi, Andy back. How are you? Thanks, mate. You may get the wife to bake some bread. Great minds think alike, Chris. Hi, Gavin. You remember the UKCB craze? What early 80s is... Yeah, it was sort of early 80s into the 90s, really. It was still quite active. Gavin, and welcome. Pork pie and pickle. Nice. So there we are. Now I have got an aerial that I've got stood up on the oil tank, believe it or not. Let me just see if I can find my phone, and I'll see if I can take a picture of it. So bear with me a minute. What I'll do is I'll connect this up. I've got a big reel of coax at the back here, which is some RG Mini 8. And I spent the morning putting coax plugs on it because it had N-type connectors, because I used to use it for DXing on 2 meters and 70 sems. So I've got a nice reel of coax there, and that's thrown out the window at the moment and stuck on the top of the oil tank. So let's go to channel 19 and so you can see the needles moving quite a bit. Well, I think you can. Let me just get you down a bit closer. In fact, we can probably turn the radio the right way up now if I'm careful. There you are. The right way up. front. So that's a channel 19, which is the calling frequency still, I believe. It used to be 1.4 for home bases and 19 for mobile stations, but I think that all went out the window. Everybody used to use 19. Let's put this knob on because this is hurting my fingers. Just rest it on. So there we are. I'll leave that on for a minute. I'll go and get my phone a minute, and I'll just take a picture of the. I'll just take a picture of the area outside to show you what it is I've got up in the air. Not a lot. Right. When I connected that up earlier, there was a couple of people talking on 19, but it looks like it disappeared now. Off for their dinner. Right, just let me upload that to Google Photos. It looks to have done already. There's lots of foreign skip on there today. You can see that needle's moving all over the shop. It could be the wind blowing the aerial, mind you. Afternoon, Rob Bond, how are you? Is the meter upside down? Oh, it bloody is. It is. Oh no. Well spotted, Tony. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm going to have to take the meter out again then. That's a pain in the neck to get that in and out. That's the problem having it upside down working on it. I put it back in so it's the right way up to me, but obviously it's upside down. Idiot. Oh well. It's a new design. I must patent it. Sots, yeah. All that effort and I put the meter in upside down. Great stuff. Right, let's show you this this aerial. Let's show you this aerial. It ain't the best aerial in the world, people. In fact, it's a bit of a compromise. This. Is that in focus? Bear with me. Just straighten it up. Zoom in. So it's a little cereal area on it. Originally, I used to have it in my loft because I didn't really do much CB at the time. Oh, hello. Go back. Okay, so let's get you onto my screen. So there we are. That is what's connected at the moment. So it's just a vertical. I think it's about 7 foot. I think that is the vertical element, and there's a adjustment on the top for SWR, but I can't get it better than 1.5 to 1, I don't think. And it's just got ground plane legs. You're supposed to sort of, you can stand it on the ground plane legs like I've got it there, or you can put a pole underneath the thing. So yeah, that's the extent of it at the moment. That's what we're connected to. So it's unlikely to pick up a lot, to be fair. I've not really given it a fair chance, but it works, you know. Afternoon, Andrew. How are you? Mr. Ausfa, burst water main traffic mayhem disaster. Is it a VK set? It could be, Derek. Echo mic. So yeah, I've got one. I've definitely got to have the goats for that, am I? They love the fact that I haven't put the thing in the right way. Dear, oh dear. Echo mics, yes, you certainly do, Rob. Echo mics were the norm, really. Some of them were like ridiculous because people just used to chuck the echo right up. But if you kept it with just a little tiny bit of echo and put a bit of power on the mic, they used to sound really, really good. Everybody used to stick them up full whack, and I've got a Sedelta up there actually. I think that's an Echo Master Pro, something like that. A really rare microphone. You probably would never have seen one before. I've got a bass microphone there, which is wired for Cybernets. The Cybernet rig. The goat noise is what you get when you try to milk a billy. It just used to be more of a punchy audio, Gavin, really. The echo just gave it that little bit extra. But the thing is, people used to turn it up way too high and just used to distort and sound terrible. I'll see if I can get it down in a bit. So we need to know what this radio's doing, really, don't we? You've got a new old stock Shure 444 in the box. Very nice, Gary. Lorry Depot used to come over all of our equipment. I think it was AMCB gear. Could well have been. No, it didn't really, Gavin. The compressor on CB sounded pretty shocking, I think, from memory. Let's see if I can I reach my Sedota? No, I can't. What's this one here? I've got that one. A very dusty Synchron. I'm pretty sure that's wired for Cybernet. My Sedelta up there's got 3 different mic leads on it, so you can switch between different radios. It's really, really good. But I can't get at it, really. I need to stand up on something to reach that. So what do we need to do to this radio anyway? We need to first of all see if we can get anybody to speak to us. We need to change this let's change this over first. Let's put this speaker up the right way. My webcam's all over the shop as well. Okay, there we go. Let's get me chat on this one. Oh, actually, before we start anything, let's just zoom out a bit. I had a gift come in from Mr. Fat Tony himself this week. He has hooked me right up. Fat Tony has hooked me right up, everybody. Look at this. How about that? How about that? So, Mr. Fat Tony himself was sorting me out 3 bottles of beer and a couple glasses. Comes with a glass, and he also sorted me out another glass on top. Look. Nice little sort of tumbler beer glass. Very nice. So, Tony, thanks very much for that, mate. Very kind of you. This is from his neck of the woods. Purity Brewing Co. If you can read that. Saves me reading it. But yes, 3 bottles. Pure Ubu, Pure Gold, and Mad Goose. Mad Goose sounds about right for me, doesn't it? Ubu. So let's have a look what it says. So Ubu is named after their dog Ubu. All sounds really nice, actually. I'm gonna have to get one. Get it cracked open, aren't I? I'm gonna have to crack it open. So thank you very much, Tony, for that. Very nice gift, mate. Thank you. Mad Goose. Everyone used to run a burner. You had a small one, 30 watt. Didn't do anything like it. Didn't have the test gear back then. What should we go straight in on Mad Goose? Let's go with a Mad Goose, I think. So thank you for this, Tony. Much appreciated, mate. Hooked me up for my Sunday beers. UK deviation supposed to be plus or minus 2 dB. Hi Dave, how are you? Dave KL? Mike! Whoa, what an entrance, mate. You've been busy retro-brighting your Bush TR82Cs. Excellent. Well, this one certainly does the 4 watts, and I've got I've been up in the loft and I've grabbed a handful of other CBs that we can have a play with in a bit. So we know that this one's doing the legal 4 watts into a dummy load. I mean, that's not a calibrated meter. I've got my Marconi 2955 down here, but I was explaining to George it was doing some weird stuff last time I tried connecting a radio to it. Admittedly, that wasn't a CB, that was an amateur radio, but seemed to be putting a short across it somehow. I'm really not sure. So cheers, everybody, and cheers, Tony. Well, that's good stuff. The Mad Goose. Which reminds me, Top Gun is coming back soon, isn't it? Top Gun 2. Maverick, I think it's called, isn't it? It's back, I think it's 26th of this month. Must be next weekend. Where can I put that safely? Be careful with that aluminium piece as well. Let's get that out there. There we go. So yeah, a beauty, that CB. So retro brighting then, Mike. You mean you retro brighted the case? I take it, front and back of the case, because they're sort of like a grey blue colour, aren't they? Some of them. Some of them are a bit beigey colour as well. TG2 looks awesome. Pardon me. Tea bags, Theo. You could do. I don't mind a nicer Earl Grey, mate. I'm a bit partial to a nice Earl Grey. Your lorry driver had a Lafayette CB. AM/FM looked expensive. AM/FM is legal if you got a type approved set now. Send me a case of Perrier water. That sounds a bit posh. Bit posh, Dave. And welcome, Dave, if I've already said hello. The spectrum analysis of those amps is shocking. Well, I believe I have got one up there somewhere. And I nearly robbed it for the transistors back along when I was trying to fix an amateur set for somebody. Because it used the same transistors. Afternoon, Dom. How are you? That's nice, Tony. That bit of wild goose. Very nice. Mad goose, even. Cheers. Thank you very much. Not that I didn't have enough to drink last night, to be fair, but well, started in the afternoon. That's the trouble, isn't it? Nice weather. Sat outside. So cheers, Tony. Thanks for my lovely gift of beer and glasses, mate. Council Pop. Yeah, Corporation Pop, we used to call it. Ooh. Virtual pub quiz. I've got my overhead camera here, is a bit tangled up at the moment. I'm trying to get a bit of space to get my iPad out, but I'm struggling a little bit. The goats are taking up room. I think my microscope's on top of the power lead. That's probably why. Oh yeah, okay. Right, let's get this iPad sorted and I can turn around then. Hi Nick, how are you? So got to thank everybody that commented yesterday actually and helped me out with this radio because you know I was I always doubt myself really. You know, I am right a lot of the times, but I always think I'm wrong. So it's good to get confirmation that what I'm actually doing is correct. So we just get this video up. It's really difficult to view the chat now. I'm going to have a think about how to do this in the future. So you did the cases, knobs, switches and all the ABS parts. Did you do the dial glass on the front, Mike? The clear dial glass? You know what I mean, don't you? Right. Paul, I did get it working, mate. I took your advice, Paul, and cracked on with it early this morning. I don't know what I've done with the other PLL, to be honest. It was just here. It's probably jumped onto the floor, so it probably end up stuck in my foot at some stage. Yeah, probably it'll turn itself the wrong way up and I'll step on it, I expect. That's normally what's going to happen. I don't know what I did with the other PLO. That's annoying. I did have it just here. Oh, there it is. There he is, and he's embedded in the carpet. So yeah, and when I no, I don't want to call it the webcam. When I actually went to well, before I pulled it out, I checked the pin on it, and no matter where you switched it, it wasn't going low, it was staying high all the time, if you know what I mean. It was 7 volts on that pin nearly all the time, regardless of what the position of the switch was. Which was a bit bizarre, but yeah. Just tidying up the pins on this. It's covered in wax, but yeah, that's the old PLO chip there. So unfortunately now I've got a Uniden radio without a TC9119. So if anyone's got an old scrap thing, just mute that a minute. Yeah, so if anyone's got an old scrap Uniden radio they don't want, then let me know and I'll have it off of you for the PLO, and we'll get that other one back and up and running. Because I don't like... There's nothing wrong with that other radio, really, but I don't know if it transmitted or not, but it'd be a shame to scrap it, really. You'd like to buy a CB tube amp from the USA. Very nice. No, not the glass. Alright, okay. Yeah, I mean, it is plastic, I suppose, but I don't know whether it would take, because a lot of those fog up, Mike, don't they? I didn't know whether the Retrobrite might clear it or not. Pin 8, 0 volts, RX, 7.5 volts for TX. Yeah, it was pin 13 time tech. Pin 13 of the PLO. Let's get this let's get this let's get output back the right way up. That's crazy, that is. There's just 2 screws hold the signal meter in. It's like a little metal bracket, and it did go in quite easily. You bet your life it's gonna fight like mad now. Right, let's see what way up we are. So we're that way up, so we want to go that way or just that way. Yeah, as expected, it doesn't want to go back in, does it? Oop. Yeah, stay there. Stay. Got to get that in the right way up, haven't we? Yeah, I have got some spare dial glasses which I bought from an eBay seller actually. Derek. 1-4 for a VK radio. I know, I got it backwards. I found quite a bit of information, but really I think a lot of what's that not? There we are. It's back in the right way up now. Shall we see if there's anybody we can talk to? Make sure we're... $19 for a rig check. Anybody out there, give me a rig check, please. Anybody let me know if I'm working, please. There ain't nobody there. 19 for a Roger. It's absolutely rammed full of stations, isn't it? What there is a lot of noise on channel because I think the European bands are going mental at the moment. 19 for a rig check. Anybody on the 19, give me a rig check, please. Okay, well we're keying up, but it doesn't necessarily mean we've got any audio, does it? So let's just connect the dummy load back. Roger Diddley Squat, you're right, Time Tech. To be fair though, I'm not giving it much chance with the aerial I've got there. I will need to get myself sorted out with a half decent aerial. I'll probably put something like an Antron 99 or something up. I'll have to sort of shoehorn the disc cone on the side of it. So what I'll do is I'll turn my amateur radio on. So it'd be, if I go on channel 20, that's 79125. So stick this on low power. So you should. 1 2 1 2, working, testing. 1 2. Yeah, it's working. Can you hear echo? Echo, 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 echo. It is working. A bit crackly. Whether that's a mic switch, probably the mic switch, I bet. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 1 2. It's working. Audio seems a bit quiet, but I don't know whether that's just because I'm so close. I don't know. You can hear me perfect on the PC. Need to hook that up to a Moonraker beam antenna. You've got one in the garden you need to put up. I don't know whether it would reach you, Gary, would it? Well, I suppose it would. Trying to think how far you are from me as the crow flies. It's not got a great range, has it, CB? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, Gary, if you get area up, if we can hear each other. So, ideally we want to try and connect this up to the test set, but try it once more, you never know. Someone might take pity on me. 19 for Roger. Anybody on the 1-9, please? Dom! Got ourselves a convoy. Yeah, there's trucks. Call me on the Icon 7700. Don't know if I pick you up. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks, Dom. Sadly, there's no convoy today. Earlier, when I was setting up, it was absolutely hammering on the lower channels. There was skip and bleed over coming from all over the place. No contest. CB versus Snapchat. I can just about get CB to tune up on my amateur radio. Let's just see if I can pick up anything on this, because this has got a higher aerial, even though it's horizontally polarized rather than vertical. You never know, it might pick something up. Interference there from some end. That's sideband, I think. No, it's gone now. What on earth is that?
It's heading on very, very close.
Sorry about the noise. Someone's on Midland there somewhere. Turn that bracket off. Yeah, there is somebody on midband somewhere. So, yeah. Yes, ZX, it is working. It is working at long last. The squelch is really funny. It's got like a double hump on it for some reason. Hey, Mike. Rubber ducks and goats. Cheers, mate. Rubber ducky. Don't mess with me, rubber ducky. Oh, hang on. Where are we going now? Where are we going now? We don't want to go there. No, we want some. That's a picture. There we go. Thanks, Mike. So cheers, everybody. One's working CB radio. It certainly is. 19 for Roger. Maybe let me know if I'm working, please. Am I getting out? Hello, hello. No, not much hope. You won't get me on a scanner, Rob. Not all the way over in Ireland. Yeah, I think I'd need to be directional and using a lot of power for you to hear me over there. You probably pick the Italians up, though. Probably pick the Italians up. I don't think they've got any limit on power. Have they, Italians, or is it? They all use like a kilowatt, don't they? Seems a standard bit of kit over there is a kilowatt linear. George, welcome. Well, so really, we ought to try some alignments on this, didn't we? Being that we've got this far with it, we ought to see what it's actually doing. Now, what can I do alignment-wise? Obviously, I've got my test set. Patch lead, I should be able to key into that, but for some reason, last time I tried it, it went a bit doolally. Let's just get an adapter in it. See if we can key it up into the test set. I should be able to. I was speaking to George about this. Been speaking to George a couple times about it. I did swap the PLL from the other radio ZX. Sorry, I sort of went through roughly what I did. Basically, let's see if I can get the overhead camera. We can have a closer look at what I've done here. Okay. Well, the overhead camera's not working. Let's reset that. There we are. I think I might have just thumbed the lens there. Right, let me get rid of me a minute. Let's go to the overhead camera. And we need it to be about there. Okay. Flip it. Take the light off. There we go. So that is the replacement. I did show the other one just now, but I put it down again somewhere and I've lost it again. Ah, there it is. So that was the original I see there. But like I say, there was something strange happening on pin 13, which is the fourth one along. So I've got it actually turned on here. I shouldn't have it. Yeah, the fourth one along. It wasn't going low at all. It was staying high, and for some reason that was just totally throwing the radio out. So I've had to rewire this ribbon cable in, which was a nightmare. I've had to shorten it quite a bit because some of the wires weren't brilliant. Obviously I have I have socketed it, so it's got I put a socket in there, ZX, and stole the chip, the PLL chip, out of my other radio. So I'm one PLL chip short now. So if anyone has got an old Uniden or audio line that's beaten to hell and they don't use, they found it in the loft or at the boot sale, then let me know. Hi Stephen, how are you? It was the PLL, yes. So, as I said, we took the switch out. This one, I took this out. This is its own rotary switch back in there now. But I did get some deoxit into that one, which was good news. I took all of these resistors. Once I'd taken that out of circuit, I measured all the resistors. They were all well within spec. What have I done on the back? You can't see a lot apart from my my solder work. Just brighten that up a little bit. So yeah, you can see I've resoldered I've reflowed every joint on this board, because everyone was saying it was this board that was at fault. So literally I've resoldered every joint on that board, and I've also resoldered the LED in as well. And that was a bit dicey, because the boards are basically butted up against each other, then soldered at an angle. So that wasn't easy. Yeah, it's been totally recapped. So really, I've got myself quite a nice little CB radio now. It should be as good as it can get spec-wise, I'd have thought. Obviously, other components fail over time, don't they? So there you are, ZX. Hi, Charlie Hustle. How are you? Baltimore. Welcome, mate. What are you waiting for, George? You sold all your CB gear except for a Mint Shogun and a Radio Mobile 202. Well, I have got a Radio Mobile here. I've got a Radio Mobile here to have a look at in a minute. Time text, so you might be interested in that. Tune it up, Theo. Yeah, I'd like to try. What have we got leads wise here? That's... Certainly we ought to make use of the excellent service manual that Richard very kindly sent me over from UKCB Radio Repair. Cracking site, I'm sure you all know it. So I'm going to connect it into the Marconi set. I'm going to put it on transmitter test. Transmitter frequency, power modulation level. Well, let's stick it on low power, switch it on. Yeah, it's not sounding good. There's definitely something not right with this. I'll be careful because I don't want to be... Doesn't sound good, does it? Let me just turn the mic gain down. I don't know, it should be... No, it's not working right, George, at all. I'm sure I got that set up right. Let me just get my camera onto the test set a minute. Bear with me. George can have a look at this and tell me if I'm doing this right, because I've struggled trying to get this to work. Let's get rid of my picture-in-picture. So I'm connected from the output of the radio to the test set. I'm in the 75 watt hole. I've got it on transmitter test. It's got TX frequency. It's reading 10 hertz, but I suppose that's just nothing, is it? That's just random. You still got your York CBS 869 desktop type. Very nice, Theo. Yeah, the York Harrier, and what was the other one? They're all the same chassis. York Harrier. I don't think Rotel did a home base. Harrier did, didn't they? I think. Rotel, nice. So power output is 4 watts. Let's just put it back to 1/4 of a watt. So I should be able to key up there now, shouldn't I? And it should measure my power here. But the frequency's all wrong. It's jumping. 1 hertz, 10 hertz. So it's showing 2.3 watts while I'm on low power. No, sorry, that's low power. Right, 300 minutes. But something's not wrong, and I'm worried that I'm keying the radio into nothing really. But that should measure my transmit frequency, but it's not. So there's something up with this, or I'm connecting it up wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's the filter. No. No. No pass filter. I don't know. There's something not right there, George. It's okay, is it? That is connected correctly. Nothing needed to be done. But it's not reading the frequency, George. I don't think you can quite see the readout there, but it's frequencies. If you can see that, if I key up, that should be. I'm on channel 19. If I flick it on channel 20. That should be 27,79125. And it's showing no milliwatts power at the moment. It's not showing any power. So something definitely not right with this test set, George. Call for Simon, yeah. Check lead, your 2955 is dead. I know it is. It's not working, is it, George? There's something definitely wrong with that. I could put it into the second one on low power, which is 1 watt max. If I can find an adapter. I don't know where my adapter is for. Yeah, I don't know where my adapter is. So yeah, my 2955 is kaput. It's poorly, George, isn't it? Test the coax lead. Well, that's the one I've been using with the dummy load, George. Yeah, I have gone through those ZX. I'll try another lead, George, just to prove it, but So it looks like my test set is kaput. Just try another lead to prove it. That's my box spanners have arrived. The radio is transmitting okay. I've tested it into dummy load and there's no issues with it, but for some reason let's try it again. Okay, new lead. Yeah, I don't want to key it up too much because I'm going to pop the final if there's something wrong with this test set. No, that's not a very well test set, that is it? So there you are. It is very poorly, George. I thought it was. I didn't think I was cracking up, but you never know. I have been known to drop the odd cock up into the mix, but yeah. Cool. I'd like a spectrum analyzer, Time Tech. I haven't got one, so yeah, that test set is useless, isn't it? Absolutely useless. So I don't know how I'm going to try and align this. It's a shame because that's worth quite a bit of money, that test set. I've got signal generators here. The signal generator on that seems to work okay. So we can probably align the receiver, but let's stick that back in there for a minute. Aligning on RX with the HP. Plugged in. I don't even know if it's plugged in, that one, George. Let's have a look. No, the Hewlett Packard's not plugged in. It takes about an hour to warm up, that one. It's like a jet engine going off. I'm just trying to think. We can obviously do the receive. So I've got the power meter and the dummy load to tune up the transmit. But I think we should be okay on that anyway. But anybody got any other ideas what we can try to align on this thing then? We should be able to check the receive on it. Could you do anything with my SDR? I can't key up into the SDR calling really. Make sure I haven't knackered the output on this. No, it's still doing 4 watts, that's fine. You can't really see that meter, can you? It needs to come up a bit, really. So I've found this meter to be fairly accurate. It's an amateur radio one. It covers up to UHF 525 megs it'll do. Connect the other side. So I don't really need to tune it up. It seems to be okay, and most of the cores are still sealed. Let me have a look at the manual, see what it says. This was very kindly sent over by Richard. Alignment location, alignment of carrier oscillator. Don't think we can adjust the carrier oscillator, can you? I have an AV500. Good meters. I have got a frequency counter, George, yes. But I don't think I can key directly into it. And I haven't got anything to indirectly couple it. So it's not looking good, is it? Alignment location, we need that. Alignment of a carrier. So we need an oscilloscope, a 50 ohm load and attenuator. Power supply, oscilloscope, a DC voltmeter. Connect diffuser, connect oscilloscope to test scope 3. Test point 3. So we can do that, alignment of the carrier oscillator. So we've got our 50 ohm load and attenuator there. We've got a DC power supply, we've got an oscilloscope, and we've got a DC voltmeter. Let's turn the scope on then. Find the power lead for the scope. Where's that gone to? Oh, it's actually plugged in. It's probably why I'm getting a load of noise, because my scope's plugged in. It does create a lot of interference, my scope. Right, scope probe, yellow one. Just sniff it with a scope probe close to the dummy load. You could try that, George. Well, I'd have to use my little handheld one for now. Be useful to see though if we could. We'll pick it up. No. Let's try it on full power. No, it's not picking anything up, George. So, no. It's a new battery, that one as well. Keeps shouting at me for a battery. Right. DC voltmeter to test point 1. Let's see if we can get this hooked up. DC voltmeter. Don't know if I've got enough cameras for this. So I should be able to get the voltmeter in shot. So I should put a picture of the voltmeter. That's a bit big. It does its own thing, this, you know. It really does do its own thing. You can probably see that. So if we get the main camera on the scope, we should be able to get the overhead camera on what I'm adjusting then, in theory. Actually, we put the scope as picture in picture. Let's get that one. And the overhead camera. Well, there we go. Look at us. I think we're in business. Right, let's have a look. So, what are we adjusting? We are adjusting L17 and L18. So channel 40 first. Scope probe. It's got to be connected to test point 1. I've lost my little thing off the end here. Test point 1, I believe, is one of these down here. Just getting a bit closer. It's a bit bright, that, isn't it? Okay, test point 1. Somewhere there was a little thing that told me where they all were, but what have I done with that sheet? There we go. Test point 1 is R52, which I believe is that one down there. Blind as a bat. I got glasses issues at the moment because I managed to break my glasses yesterday, which was great fun. I've got to get into the opticians pretty sharpish. I believe it's that one there. Just that. We get to hook on. I think I've got to be connected to the negative over there. Times 10. So if I key up, can I see anything? So it's got to be AC or DC coupled. Oh, hang on. Oscilloscope's got to go to test point 3. Where's test point 3? Wrong way round. Test point 2. Test point 3 is over here. R6. R6, okay. Let's try that again then. So I've got to get the voltmeter out. I've really got to get find my clips for this. Pain in the neck having to keep clipping stuff on. So DC volts. Clip onto that. Just there. Oh, actually, it's negative. Look at that. And Richard would have had this done and on to the next radio by now. Okay, right. So transmit channel 40. Should be 3.5 volt plus or minus 0.1. Let's transmit 3.6. It's right on the limit, really, isn't it? So L17 is the adjustment point, which is, that's the oscillator core, isn't it? So it's a little bit low on channel 40. A bit high, I mean. 3.59. I think my little trimmer that no, that won't go in there. Have to be go in there. Yeah, that won't go in there. That's the one that Rob very kindly gave me. Little trimmer. Don't think these other ones will do. No, they won't go in the hole. Too big. Other options. No, that should do it. So let's just melt the wax there a minute. Let's get it moving. If I find it, oh, there we are. Right, what did I say it had to be? 3.5. Why's it dropped off then? That's good enough. 3.51. Make sure that's still. It's moved again now. Took my thing out. Right. Okay. Well, it's reacting with my screwdriver. Let's get a ceramic one. See if we can do it with a ceramic. Fit. No, smaller. Too small. Should be the one then. Yeah, that's the one. Right. Let's just melt that wax again because it's reset by now. Okay. Try again. 3.50. So that's fine. And channel 20. Now on the scope. Okay, let's auto set this thing. Doesn't like that much, does it? I suppose it matters whether I'm on high or low power. Power supply, TX. That's L18 for maximum reading on oscilloscope. L18 being the one next to it. Oh, it's receive. Ah, sorry. Okay. Right, I'm getting myself confused now. So I've got we're looking at the scope. I've got to go maximum. Hi Aston, how are you? Needed to be left alone. It's fine, leave it alone. Well, that did come up quite a bit actually. So there we go. That was worth doing. Let's just try that voltage reading again. Channel 40. 3.481. So they're slightly interactive, aren't they, by the looks of it? Let's try 20 again. There we go. Bang on. That'll do. Carrier, oscillator, done. Receiver, DC power load, RF generator, 8 ohms. Connect SSG to J501, which is the plug in the back. Adjust calls for maximum reading on AC voltmeter. Yeah, I'm not convinced that my my test gear's up to that really. So we did get a bit of adjustment out of that. Certainly brought it up a bit. Hi Bob, how are you? Didn't see you pop in. It seems to be spot on now. I mean, it was a little bit high. It was 3.9 or 3.59. It was just on the edge of the spec, really. Just brought it back in a bit. So AC voltmeter, channel 20, SSG to J501. Oh, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shall we mess with this more, or should we just leave it as is for now? I really need to get sorted You used to read the 16 with a picofarad capacitor on the synth output. Less a load is better. Afternoon, David. How are you? Anyway, we got a good signal. That did improve it. I don't know. That's the carrier oscillator. What have we got there? Receiver alignment, transmitter alignment. I certainly can't do the transmitter alignment because I haven't got an attenuator to stick it into my frequency counter, and I haven't got a deviation meter. I've got a frequency counter and a deviation meter built into this test set, but it ain't working. I didn't think it was. Pain in the neck. Oh well, never mind. I think what I'll do, I'm not 100% with the alignments on these with the kit I've got. I shouldn't have got rid of my old test set really, but I thought the Marconi was better, and I'll get rid of my old one. Of course, I've got rid of it, and now I need it. Oh dear. Okay, no, it's not that picture-in-picture, it's that one. Right, let me just get this this camera put back on the bench, and we'll have a look at some other ones that I've managed to dig out of the loft earlier. Let's get my cameras sorted. Need about another 4 cameras, I think, to do this sort of stuff. Got to reset that. Oop. Right. Let's get myself tidied up a bit. We'll have a look at some of these other radios I pulled out. Assuming you want to have a look at some of these radios. So they're very 80s, very retro. All the rage at the moment. Everybody's stuck at home looking for stuff to do, and they've all dug all their old stuff out from many years ago. Myself included, but then I've got plenty on, to be fair. So let's get this one wrapped up. As I say, what I'll do with the alignments, I think, is I will do some of the alignments that I've got the kit to do. If anyone's got a spare test set knocking about they don't want, let me know, because my Marconi is kaput. It's good to know that that one's working anyway. We've actually resurrected her from the dead. So that was a non-working radio, and now it's working. Which is what it's all about, isn't it? Fixing stuff. Oh, didn't want to peel that right off. I want to keep a bit of protection on it for a minute, so I don't scratch the sides. I did find the screw, well, some screws for this. I wonder what I've done with them. Is that them here? Yeah. I don't know what that was, fell on the floor, but so I did have the screws for it, just not where they should have been. Certainly have enjoyed working on that though. It really did get the old grey matter going. It really did. It done my head in, really. Absolutely did my head in. Where are we? There we are. Fix a 2955. Yeah, I don't think so, George. That's my pay grade to fix that thing. Okay, stick the speaker back in it. I'll get it back together anyway. As I say, I have got the original box and everything for this one up in the loft somewhere. So I've got the original box, the original instructions, everything. So it really is almost a museum piece. And now it's working. I'm really pleased with that. It's certainly transmitting fine. It's doing the full 4 watts, which is good. I probably bought that as a non-worker, actually. I almost certainly did. Because we all prefer things that don't work. Where's my bit of solder? Let's just tin those. Bit of fresh solder. That's not a very good joint. I just put my camera in front of my thing. If you'd like to see Graham fixing a sidebander, he would go nutty. Yeah, no. I'll leave that to the experts, ZX. I'm no expert, I just enjoy working on this sort of stuff and repairing it. It's a shame that my test set's at the duff, actually, because I would have liked to have properly aligned this one. So I'm going to have to look for another test set, I think, which is going to cost an absolute fortune. to say, these sets are pretty old now, aren't they? So this would have been somewhere around about 1981, 82 maybe. I can't tell from the serial number what age it is. Oh, steady. The last one. A very nice screw. Test set up the Swanee. Call Simon again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Simon's like with those test sets. He might take it on for me, you never know. Certainly be a project for him, wouldn't it? Not that he probably needs a project, to be fair. We're lining Simon up with work here that you probably don't want. Yeah, this is in really good condition, this radio. Let's peel its protective masking tape off. There he is, back together. I suppose we ought to give it one more test now that the speaker's back in it. Let's connect it back up. Don't need the external speaker anymore. Let's connect the aerial up. We'll just give one last shout out. You never know, might be a miracle. Someone in their tractor somewhere might shout back to us. .32 used to be the sort of CB calling channel up here. Anyone buy the 3.2? Anyone sat on 3.2? Nope. 19 for a rig check. Anybody let me know if I'm getting out, please? Would help if I had the mic gain turned up, wouldn't it? 19 for a rig check. Anybody out there let me know if I'm getting out, please? .19 for a rig check. Anybody out there? No. It does seem to be working, But fortunately, there's nobody out there. There's nobody out there. Right. Let's pop that one to one side then. Fixed. I'm really, really chuffed that I've managed to fix that one, so that's great news. Okay. How about that one? I've sort of kept the best of the best, if you know what I mean. Anyone seen one of those before? Let's get some more of this purity beer, courtesy of Fat Tony. Gold. What's the other one? Ubu. Ubu. Let's go with the Ubu. Ubu going in, Tony. Yeah, they are Cybernet, Bob, and it is a great set. Oh, shite. Rolling over my test leads with the chair there. That's not a good idea, really. It's a CB. It is a Binatone 5-star. And it is a Cybernet radio. And these were sort of the top of the range CB radio back in the day. These, as soon as they came up for sale, they were sold usually. I'm just getting my Ubu poured out. Just pouring out my Ubu. Low octane. It's courtesy of Fat Tony, Doug. Very kindly donated me some beer. So Binatone 5-star. But on my little label, it says 5-star converted to 80 channel. Remove. Ah, so that ain't good. You're not legally allowed to convert these to anything. And they're supposed to be bog standard. So that's got to come out, whatever that is. I say I can't key it up into anything to see what frequency I'm on at the moment, which is a pain. I need to sort out some sort of attenuator to connect it up to my frequency counter. Yeah, same as the Radiomobile, York, Harrier CBX, Rotel, and Cybernet itself. So let's have a look. Why am I saying it's 80 channel? Who has been at this one? Certainly not me. Why bother when you can get? I mean, I've got 3 radios I can see there that are 80 channel radios, legal 80 channel radios. Right, where's my screwdriver gone? I'll put me Phillips down. Oh, there he is. Let's have a little look inside them, see who's been at it and what they've done. Usually, most of these conversions are absolute pig's ear. They totally wreck the boards. They twiddle about with everything. I mean, it's not got the best faceplate on the planet, to be fair, but then it's pretty good for one of these. They're aluminium, and the aluminium corrodes and hits. It basically corrodes through the paint job. Piggyback chip mod could be. You think it's piggyback, do you? Use a T connector with the centre pin cut off. Use a T connector with the centre pin cut off for a cheap and dirty attenuator. Good call. Hi Gary, how are you? Gary Vanden Smith. Oh, this looks busy. This looks very busy compared to the layout on the Uniden. Okay, there's all sorts of things here. What's going on here? Yeah, we've got a piggybacked PLL. That's going to be a pig to get off, that is. Look at that. I've gone all tiny now on this, haven't I? I feel they need to be bigger. There we are. Yeah. Doesn't look so good, does it? So yeah, they've stuck an LC 7132 on top of the OPLO. And then they've done some weird and wonderful wiring up here. Look, I mean, I haven't done a bad job, I don't suppose, really. I don't know what this is here. Oh, I see. They've got an output. Looks like an output for it. Is that a frequency counter? Is that what they've done there? So it looks like they've modded it to put a frequency counter. Oh, hang on, no. No, that's straight off the S meter. Wonder if the S meter's not working then, perhaps. They put that for an external S meter, possibly? I don't know. So it's had a couple little things, but it doesn't look like it's been absolutely butchered, to be honest. We've got a weird capacitor sticking up there. Look at that one poking his head up through. What the hell is that doing? So there could be mods on the other side of the board as well. So let's pull it out. Let's pull the other side off. It's got to come out, but it's going to have been they're going to have got the VCO can. I would have thought to broadband it. 7137 and 7132 is 80 channels. Is it time to? The mid block all of a sudden. So lots of people modified their radios or had them modified by somebody. Depends how good a job they've done as to whether we can actually reverse it, because I don't want this on. Okay. Yes, we've got this strange little capacitor. I don't know why they bothered sticking it over the other side of the board when there's plenty of room up here to put it. Why they've stuck it through there, I don't know. I really don't see the point in that. They've stuck it through there when there's plenty of room on the other side of the board. So I'm zoomed a bit close in now, aren't I? There's loads of room under there. They could have left it on that side. Without pulling the lid off another one, I don't know how factory any of this is. We've got a wire cut off there. There's a wire off there. Not sure what that is. Oh, it's actually going. It's going to that mod. Is it? Okay, so maybe I've already disabled that. So it looks like it's switched. They've used the speaker switch. They've used the internal external speaker switch by the looks of it. Because that is wired back to this blue wire here. Which, yeah, that's wired back to here. Which is directly off one of the pins. So I don't know if it's just a case of taking all of that off and all of these wires. They have actually soldered that quite neat, and that's a proper ribbon cable as well. So I think this has been done by a so-called rig doctor, I would think. And they've been good enough to leave the original. What would that have been? Would that be external speaker? Yeah, the external speaker plug. We've still got that, so we can reinstall that, although I don't know if I've got gonna have a nut that'll fit that. Interesting. I wonder if we can hook it up. Let me see if I can find a cable a minute. Let me see if I can find, because that's that doesn't fit it. Let's see if it is transmitting, or whether I have fully disabled it. I used to have a whole set of leads on banana plugs, but I don't think that's the right one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's hook it up, connect it onto the dummy load, and see what it's doing. Output for big red transmitting LED or external fairy lights. Really? It's definitely off of the power meter. There's going to be something ridiculous like that, isn't it? Why would you do that to Binatone 5-star? As I say, they are cracking radios. The receive on these was one of the best there was, I think. It didn't really suffer from any bleed over. They were more sensitive than the Unidens. Just tinning these leads to stick them in my power supply. Bear with me. I have got a service manual for the Cybernets. I know I have. I'm pretty sure there's board layouts in there as well, so should be able to convert it back. So let's have a quick look, see what fuse is in there, if any. Oh my god. Someone's chucked a 5 amp fuse in that, look. 5 amp fuse. Ceramic household one, look. I was saying that, to be fair, I think it's only, is it 3. I don't know what size fuse that should have. Hang on a second, let me go and get the book. I think it's 3 amp, but I'm not sure. Are we back again? Are we back? I think we're back. Are we back? I think we're back. Apologies for that. When I went out to get the service manual, my broadband dropped out. I don't know why. It doesn't happen very often, but there you go. Typical, isn't it? We should be back now. All back, yeah? I don't know what's going on there. So anybody know what size fuse you're supposed to put in these things? That's what I went out to find. Get on with it. Oh, sorry, Bob. I'm trying to work out what fuse I need. Okay, I think this has frozen my chat as well. Yeah. Hmm. Train station 2. Right, okay. Should have chat now. I'm back. 2 amp, you think, do you? 2, 3. Let's pop this chat back out again. Although I think it was 3 amp, wasn't it? For most of the 4-watt radios. I know if they were messed with, you used to put a bigger fuse in it, but manual says 2 amps, does it? Okay, well I've got a copy manual there, but I have got an original somewhere. But this will help us. Let's chuck a 5 in it for now, because I've got the current limited supply, so if there's a short on it, it's all so I suppose they may have tweaked the power up on this, you see. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's probably 2 amp to be honest, because I've got loads of 2 amp fuses there. So it probably was a 2 amp. You're quite right, whoever said that. Get on with it, Bob says. Just get on with it. Stop faffing about and get on with it, Graham. Okay, Bob. I'm on it. Right. Where are we? Where's the on off? As I say, these were great little sets back in the day. Right. Come on in the hole then. Well, it's drawing 110 milliamps. That's quite a lot, isn't it? On star, is it? No, it's not actually. No, it's about right, isn't it? Let's pop a speaker in it. Oh, hang on. We can't use external speaker, can we? I'll have to connect it to this taped up connector. At least they left it in here. They didn't just cut it off. So I think it's probably been done by someone that knew what they were doing. Ah, I'll take that back. So the green and the yellow. Let's put the speaker back in it. Let's put the speaker back in for now. Dear oh dear, I'll have to trace that wiring back, see what the hell they've done. They've just connected the 2 wires together there. So I can see where the green wire's coming from, but I can't see where the other one goes. Okay, what are we on here? Well, the output from the speaker is really low. Unless I've got something wrong here, but something not right there. Unless this is another one where we need the microphone connected. Let's try that. I think this is a Cybernet mic. I'm not 100% sure. No, that puts it straight into transmit. So that must be Uniden. We can grab a Cybernet mic in a minute. Radiomobile. That's Cybernet. Something is not right with this radio. Or we've got mic issues. Whoa. What have they done to this? That is mental power. It's over 5 watts. According to my meter, it's chucking out 7 watts. It's drawing 1.4 amps. And it's smashing the needle. I can actually hear the needle crashing against the end of this dial when I key it up. Look at the dial there. You watch when I key it up. It's hitting the end stop. And I've still got no noise. And it's drawn a lot more power, so something is definitely up with that. Drawing 230 milliamps. It was only drawing 100 and something just now. It's certainly transmitting well. Dear oh dear. That's not doing it any good whatsoever. If you have a look at the power meter. So we're on the 20 watt scale, which is the second one up. Doing 7. If I put it back on the 5 watt range, it's off the scale up. So that is definitely not a legal CB at all. It's a naughty CB. You bad toad. And there's something up with the audio. Something wrong with the audio. They certainly managed to squeeze the hell out of that, haven't they? I don't think they put an... I don't think there's a new... I don't think they've messed with the output transistor. 2SC 1909. They could have done, I suppose, but it looks original. Just disconnect that. So that one is going to need a bit of work, but still a nice radio, but illegal. I don't think it's illegal to own, but it certainly would be illegal to operate on it. Next. I'm going to leave the case screws out of that one. Here's one that you may all recognise. Well, you will all recognise it, and I'll keep that one out because we might need to refer to it in a minute. There we go. Another one of my old collection. A little bit dusty, but it's a Rotel RVC 240. It's not in bad condition. All the lettering's there. There's some nicks on the top bezel, but overall not too bad. So it's another Cybernet radio. So let's plug her in. Yeah, the power's too much on that, isn't it? It needs pulling back. Hi, Harvey. So yeah, these are very nice. I do like the display on these. Hopefully they haven't messed with it because they've got a green readout on them. Excuse me, we'll have a quick crisp. Hi, well, you see? Right. Hey, he is green. It looks dim, actually. It does look quite dim still, even with the dimmer up full. So maybe the dimmer pot needs a squirt of switch cleaner, but he is there, look. Oh, we got a bit of we've got a dirty. I think you can see that. It's got a bit of glare on it, hasn't it? I think we've got a dirty channel changer on this one. Yeah. Might just need a bit of work. I say it's probably not been used for 30 years. Again though, no volume. Unless I've got the wrong microphone. CBPA, channel 9, that's 10 dB, high and low. All the speakers disconnected. Or we got the wrong microphone, but what's that, ZX? Do the synth first. Cheers, ZX. Catch you soon, mate. Let's try plugging the external speaker into it. Unless this one's been messed with as well. Ah, okay. Right, bro. Okay, it's working. Let's see what it's doing power-wise, shall we? 5 watts power forward. Doing just under 4 watts actually. Doing probably about 3.6 watts according to that. Let's go on to minus 10 dB. Yeah, so power's down on it. Not a lot though. Mic gain, RF gain. So channel 20, let's try it on the opposite ends. Channel 40. Channel 1. No, it's not doing full power on any of it really. Well, saying it is within spec, I suppose. So I suspect that the speaker's disconnected in this one for some reason. You fancy that one, Brett, do you? No sets did 4 watts out of the box. I think this one may have been a part before. I may have been working on it and not put the speaker back in it. Let's have a look. Certainly no output from the inbuilt speaker. It's a bit of an ornamental item now. Nothing to stop you using it though, Brett. I don't know what the CB scene is up where you are, mate. It might be. I think it's still fairly active in some parts of the country, you know. Not down here really. I think the tractors and that use it, but that's about all. Yeah, that would explain it, wouldn't it, really? So this is a cleaner looking set. Yeah, this is absolutely factory. Nothing's been messed with in that at all. Just get my ugly mug out of the way. It's got all the original caps in it still. Oh, hang on, Graham. There is something nasty lurking that I've just found. Let's see if I can get you in on that. This doesn't look good. So we need the light on for this. That's that one there. Where's my overhead camera? There. Looks like this set has had some issues. Can you see that inductor down there? The board is absolutely toast. That's had some serious heat on that. What am I trying to do here? That is crispy. I don't know what's gone on with that. Let's just pull that there out of the way a minute. Can have a closer look then. Houston, we have a problem. It looks like there's an inductor there that's burnt right out. Can you see it? Beyond economical repair. Probably dummy load in SWR meter. Something's got very, very hot there. I wonder whether this has had the voltage up it the wrong way. That's not looking good, is it? Let's have a look at the back of the board. So it looks like I've got my work cut out on mine. That's probably why we're not quite getting 4 watts, but we're transmitting pretty much full power. Let's see what's happened to the back of the board. Check the idiot diode. Yeah, I suspect. I mean, it is working, Bob. So I suspect that they've someone's chucked probably 24 volts up it or reverse polarity'd it. It's got burnt, but someone's just left it. They haven't done anything with it. It's not too bad, to be fair. It's not looking too bad on this side of the board anyway. Yeah, you can see where it's got burnt. I think that diode's been replaced, you know, because that is where it is. So that's just Mrs. Cruncher's off out. Yeah, it's a bit burnt, isn't it? So the idiot diode is there, D10, but that's an inductor. It's got burnt, I think. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to strip that part of the board out. There's definitely something fairly dramatic has gone on in that area. It's definitely got some trauma down there, look. Because this wire's charred. It's a very burnt wire there, that yellow one. Yeah, that's got very crispy. So that inductor's got really hot. To be honest, I don't expect it is an inductor anymore. It looks like the windings are very very crispy. And that's the idiot diode there beside it. Which, well, it must be alright because the set's powering up. If the idiot diode had gone, then it wouldn't power up, would it? It wouldn't power up. I can't get that headphone socket out of the way because it's got a little capacitor in the way there, little decoupling cap. But yeah, it's pretty toasting underneath there. Yeah, so that inductor, I reckon, has had it. Just see if that diode is a diode. So it's definitely had power up it the wrong way, I would have assumed. Where's the band there? So onto that. Yeah, diode is still there. Oh, that inductor's had it though. That inductor is knackered. It's a technical term. He broke. He broke. Let me just have another cracker biscuit. What about pace, are we? Mark Siegel. So what I was going to try and find out was what value that inductor was, because that is toast. So that is L15. Tell you what, these service manuals are blimmin' brilliant. L15, come on, where's L15? What's the betting it hasn't got it in here? L14 and 15 RF coil. Doesn't give a value for it. Great. Just an RF coil. Is that important? Is that important? It's right on the output, so it probably is important for transmit. It's in parallel with L14, and the diode D10 is across it. So I would think they're the same. Just wind another one, RF choke. Can you see it? Where are we? I'm here. Here he is. Oh, upside down. Turning me the right way up. So that's the one that's had it, L15. Obviously it forms part of it's like a filter network, doesn't it? But it's got a diode across it as well. And that's directly across the power supply. If I zoom back out a little bit. So this is our power supply. It's a bit dark, isn't it? It's our power supply. Positive comes in, and the negative. So it's in the negative supply then, I believe. So it's this one here that's burnt. Mind you, I need to find L14 as well, just to have a look at that. But that diode is checking out okay. It's got another choke there. So you think just wind any old thing. There must be a value to it, and surely it would need to be balanced with L14. They would both need to be the same, wouldn't they? I'd have thought. I don't know. I'd say I'm not. I'm no expert on that, people. Get it in a bit closer. 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 Yeah, there you go. You can see that a bit better now. Will I just get a drink? It's a common mode choke. It's not important. It's a choke to stop RF going down the power line. Oh, all right, George. Thank you for that. It doesn't give the value on the diagram or in the parts list, Bob, which is a bit strange. Although I do have some of those that I've taken out of other radios, I think. No, not in there. Plenty of crystals, mind you. I've got lots of 10.24 meg crystals. And lots of power supply sockets. I've even got some of the old 2781 stickers, look. Some of the stuff that I hoard. Unreal. But I'm sure that that'll come in useful for something. Yeah, I probably have got some of those chokes somewhere. But so I wonder where L14 is then. Because that should in theory be exactly the same value. L14 is down here, so L14 looks fine. That's the one down just in there. Can you see that? Just at the top of the screen. There. So should be able to take that one out and measure it and get another one. We'll get a pair that match, I suppose. Can I use any old inductor for that? Does it? It doesn't have to be a specific inductor, does it? It just says RF coil. So it certainly doesn't seem to be affecting its operation, but it's not looking good. There's a lot of tarnishing on that pot there as well. Can you see that pot? Center shot. Look at the colour of that. That's ever so slightly tarnished, but yeah, the other inductor is there, like L14. That one's fine. But certainly its brother is not so fine. So I think what I'd need to do on that is strip that part of the board out, you know. I have to try and strip that part of the board out to get at that one, because it is come unwound. Look, you can see there's wires hanging off of it. That's not a wire, that's a hair. Yeah, the wires are hanging off of it. It might be alright, to be fair. It might be okay. Alright, it's not critical, so its main function would be... Hi David, used to wind your own on high value 1 watt resistor when I ran out of them. Alright David, cheers for that. I do have some, but I've got a few inductors. Don't think this multimeter does inductance. No, it doesn't. My LCR meter does. I'll pinch the probes from the other one. So anyway, that's another job to do, isn't it? Another job. But you can see how that yellow wire, how burnt the end of that is. Look. That's really burnt down there. Crispy. Mmm. It's also burnt the end of this resistor as well, by the looks of it. Is that resistor? Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to have to rework that area. I'm surprised that cap hasn't gone pop. It does look like it's got very hot, though. It's gone all shiny. It's gone all shiny, that cap. Yeah, that resistor's got burnt as well. So I need to pull that whole area of the board out and rework it. Oh, I certainly pick them, don't I? So it looks like I can pull the power socket and that out of the way. Get easier access to it. Okay, so we're not doing well at the moment, are we? Really? No, I don't want to keep that. I want that one. Yeah, we're not doing very well at the moment. We fixed one radio and I found another 2 that I've got to fix. So let's put that one to bed. And grab another one. See if we can find one that's actually decent. I've got another Cybernet radio. No, he was saying about they had one of these just now, Cybernet CB202. Sorry, Radiomobile CB202. I thought it was just a Cybernet for some reason, but it is well, it is a Cybernet radio, but it's a Radiomobile. Another nice radio, though. So we need to start taking bets as to whether this is going to work or not. I've got a little label on it, so I know roughly what is up with it. So I've obviously just bought these in and tested them and then put them away. And not actually worked on any of them, which is a bit sort of sacrilege, isn't it? Then it's a bad channel change switch. I need to put that on my notes for the other one as well. It's got a dodgy channel switch on it. Now these were nice radios as well. They did the, I think it was it a 200 or a 201 that just it didn't have the RF gain and that on it. Tone. I think they all had RF gain. Nice radio though. Very nice. Mic socket on the front of this one as well, which is nice. And this is its original mic. So this is the original Radiomobile mic, which is a really nice thing to have. You think it'll switch it on? Switches on, but squelch won't work. You don't like that type of channel change knob. It's totally metal though, Theo. So although it doesn't look that brilliant, I mean it'd be nice to have had these the same colour, but these buttons and this knob are all metal, so really robust. But you like a meter, not fairy lights. Yeah, you're right. Right, fire in the hole. Oh, that's nice. Power light as well, nice little touch. Although you obviously know it's got power because, well, I suppose. So channel 9, where's me squelch? Channel 9 doesn't come up as channel 9 in the display, which is strange. You just got a little light comes on there for channel 9. And that's that. PA, I suppose if you're in PA. So it's drawing 260 milliamps on standby, which is fair amount. So let's get the power meter up and see what he's doing, if anything at all. Ooh, get off, careful. Damage my front for my audio line. Right. Fire in the hole. What do you reckon? Let's have a guess of the output now. We'll have a guess of the output. Do we think it's 4 watts, 3.5? It's a good quality set. As I say, I sort of was picking and choosing which ones I picked up, Chris, to be honest, because I knew which sets were really good back in the day. And I must have picked these up, it must have been about 10, 15 years ago. I've just collected them from eBay, I think, and boot sales. I don't know what I paid for them, but they aren't cheap, these sets. I've actually got... It looks like it's never been taken apart because it's got to guarantee void and compliance with MPT 1320 if seal is broken. So the seal is still intact on the side, so this has never been taken apart. It should have a high-low power switch somewhere. That's on the back. It's on the back. So I'm not sure whether it's in high or low at the moment. I can't see. Okay, well, it's in attenuated, so let's stick it in normal. Right, what do we think then? We've got 6 watts. Whoa, that would be naughty. 3.999, Nick. 3.6 if not played with, 6 if peaked. Is that connected to the mains, Andrew? 1 kilowatt? Oh my god. 3.8 for Michael. Right. Let's get you in on the meter then. So we're looking at the bottom scale. Excuse me while I get my head in there a minute. It is, I would say that is bang on 3.5. It's different, the angle that you're looking at it. You've got to be looking at it. Maybe a hair over 3.5. No, if I look at it dead straight, it is bang on 3.5. So 3.5 takes it. 3.6, Bob said. Theo, 3.5. Bang on. It was Theo. It absolutely is bang on 3.5. See what's doing on low power. Oh, it's well down on low power. It's just over 0.1 of a watt. So he's way down on low power. Mike! It's one of those things, Mike, isn't it, really? It's not anybody's bag really, but it's still radio. We're still messing about with stuff. There you go. A lot of people collect these things, maybe in one of them. And thanks very much, Mike. Is that on the right frequency for QRP? So my little label, this is the next thing. Obviously this is when I have my actual test set, because I've got written on here slightly off frequency and a bit deaf. So slightly off frequency is a bit deaf. We've got reduced power slightly. We've got half a watt missing off of it. We should easily be able to get that back on one of these. And it's a bit deaf. But apart from that, it's working. Is that on the right frequency for QRP? It's a shame we can't measure the frequency, really. It's a bloody test set is up the duff. And I don't think I can safely connect it up to my frequency counter. I have got a T-piece, and someone was saying about cutting the centre off of an RF T-piece, weren't they? Who was that? Yeah, so it needs trimming, basically. It needs a tune-up, that one. It's a nice radio. Let's see if channel 9 works. Yeah, channel 9 appears to work. Dimmer works. PA. Well, I've got no PA connected. Let's connect my other speaker. Which one is PA? PA. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That made you jump, didn't it? I've got no mic gain on this. No mic gain. Oh. 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello. PA's working. PA's working. Oh, feedback, feedback, feedback. Oh dear, oh dear. PA works. God, I bet that made you jump, didn't it? FM detector would never tune very well. Good stuff, isn't it? So yeah, that was a nice little radio actually. I'm pleased with that one. As I say, it's got its original seal on it. Be a shame to pull that one off, wouldn't it? I don't know. I must have put it on the test set to find out it was deaf, etc. But yeah, if you look, the seals are on both sides. So this radio has actually never ever been interfered with, which is a mega bonus. That is a big bonus, that is. You notice all the side screws are missing and the brackets for mounting them, but you can get universal brackets for these if you wanted to stick one back in the car. I suppose what we ought to do is we haven't listened to see if any of our friends have got their radios on. There's no one here. I'll have to see if I can hook someone up with a radio locally just so I can get radio checks, won't I? A 19 for Roger. Anyone on the 19? Give me a radio check, please. Anyone out there hear me? Anyone out there? Anybody out there hear me? Just looking for a radio report. Anyone out there? Nobody. They don't want to speak to me. No talkie. No talkie. Anybody out there looking for a radio report? Just want to know if I'm working, please. Anybody hear me? no, oh, nobody loves me. Nobody loves me. Right, okay. I think what we'll do is we'll finish off with what should we finish off with? Let's look at my. I think I've got a 80 channel radio up there. Let me just grab that one. So that just needs a tune-up, really, and we're good to go. Which is good news. Just needs a tune-up. What else have I got out there? I don't think I've got anything else interesting out there. Bear with me. No. Got two more Uniden radios out there. So let me get this this one up off the shelf here. Oopsie. I have got a base station up there as well, but everything else is piled on top of it. Okay. So this is, it says it's a professional 80 channel mobile CB transceiver. I don't think it's in there. I don't think it's in there. I think it's just the box. If it is, that's a massive fail, Graham. Uh-oh. I don't think there's anything in this box. Oh, no. If it is, it's a blimmin' light CB radio. I think this is just the bits. I don't know where I picked this one up from. It might be a Maplin's job. I bought it brand new, I know that, but I don't think it's in here. Yeah, there's no way that it's empty. Oh no. There you go. That's a beauty, isn't it? Look at the quality of it. Really nice. It's a quality product, that. Now we've got the mounting bracket though. Where the hell has that gone to then? That's oh dear. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to go deep. Very deep. I was going to get this out, this box, but I thought, no, it's going to take me too long. It's too much hassle, but it looks like I'm going to have to now. Otherwise, I'm going to have to eat my words. All right. Ugh. Where is he? I've got a box under the bench. I've got there. It's a case for something. This is. I've got two of these big blue plastic boxes with lids. Now I've got that one. That one's in here. Where the hell is my Macom gone then? Where has my Maycom gone? So that is definitely in there. I can feel that's quite weighty, that is. I got this hideous thing. Look at that monster. That is horrific. One of the worst home bases that you could buy for your money, that was. Shocking. This is that. And there's no more radios in there, that's just my slides. Nope. I mean, look at that for a home-based microphone, look. Look at it. It's a baby. That's horrible. Let's put that one back in there quick. That's nasty. Sean, how you doing? Okay, so that's... I can't get that back in. So I'm really struggling now with space. Let's get the Midland out then, shall we? Let's finish off with the Midland. So again, this is bought brand new by me. (26th of February 2003). So there's our power supply, which we'll need. Oh, I've got to go on and put a cigarette light socket on it, look. Why have you done that, Graham? And that's the mounting bracket in there. That's the mounting bracket and the screws. How you doing, Sean? Now this radio was in my car for quite some time. It's a lovely radio. Didn't even come with a proper manual. It was just a photocopied one, but it has got a block diagram in there. This is the original manual that came with it as well, look. And it's got a schematic. So at least it's got something. But yeah, that's the original manual. That ain't good, is it? Ah, we have another issue. Where's the mic? And it is a special mic on this one as well, so I don't know if it'll work without the mic. I've got another box under here, but I've got another box under the bench here, but it's got a radiogram on top of it, so I can't get that out today. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's absolutely as new, this is. It's mint. So if you want a modern dual band radio, I would certainly recommend one of these. So it's a PR2797, so it does the SEPT modes and the UK40 as well. But the mic, I believe, has got like up and down keys on it, and you've got a button here, look, for UK or EU. I'm hoping it will work and the audio will come through without the mic connected. I'm gonna have to take this cigarette lighter off. Could have done with a CB. Today you got motorway eye. It looks like I did a good job on the mic cable, on the power cable even. I think what we'll do for quickness is just clip lead this one up rather than unsolder it. I've got stuff everywhere. It's gonna take me a couple of days to clear this lot up now. Literally, I've got stuff everywhere. Can't even find my test leads. Well, there's the plug for one. Where's the other one? There's the other one. Here we go. We have the plug leads. Let's connect that up. Right. Okay, switch, channel change, volume. Oh, hang on, these are these test leads that I These are the test leads that I popped the thing when I was doing the exploding capacitor playing about. Let me find the other ones a minute. Yes, we were playing exploding capacitors, weren't we? And we blew up my test leads at the same time. Plug some more test leads in. As I say, it might not work with the microphone not connected. Let's connect the aerial up to it. Channel 9. No. Oh, that's a shame. It's not going to work without the microphone on. What does it say? It looks nice, doesn't it? It does look nice. But sadly, without the microphone, it ain't no good. So I've got to find the mic. Graham, find the mic. I'll find the mic for next time. What's happening? I'm just looking at a CB. It did look like there was some activity there then, didn't it? So that's UK. I don't know which is which. It's far easier to use the microphone up and down, but yeah, sadly, unfortunately, because I haven't got the microphone to hand, we can't check that. Which is rather annoying. I'll double check it's not in the bottom of this box anywhere. We could get the horrific Murphy home base out, but that would make me feel rather ill, I think. I don't think that would make me feel very well if I actually plug that in. It's that bad. Put a Crockley jumper between mic pins 2 and 5. Which is 2 and which is 5, Victor? You can tell me which is 2 and which is 5. I'll jump it across, but I don't want to kill the radio. So from the front here, clockwise. You quite like the Murphy, do you, Brett? It's definitely up for sale. So is that number 2? And is that number 5? Let me just try it one more time then. No, that ain't number 2 and 5. So could that be 2? Oh. And that be 5? Yeah, okay. Try that then. Turn it off first. Oh! Boop-a-boop! Cheers, Victor. Sorted. So let's have a trawl through these, see if there's anyone on. Oh, that's sideband noise, that is. Oh, there's some skip coming in. There's definitely someone on there. There's definitely somebody on 17 there, but I don't know if that's 17 midband or 17 EU. Let's have a look. I'm not sure which way round that is. It sounds like sideband to me. So let's just go to me a minute. No, get off. Just turn the thing over onto the amateur radio. Hopefully you can see the screen on that. It's not very bright. Excuse me. Is that better? Yeah, it's a bit dark, isn't it? I can't really get. I might be able to get a bit of light over there. Bit lighter. I don't know whether that's thunder that you can hear. It's very quiet.
guarda pure, non si può, bisogna un sacco di frecce, allora io non mi sono incazzato e abbiamo optato per...
Oh, look at that interference. Is it AM?
Velocissimo, insomma, capito? Ecco, per inviare la roba, ecco, e per scaricare anche 30 secondi. Una fuente de alimentación de la casa Alas de fuente de
Big station
alimentación.
over there.
Y ahora por los 25 whisky 30.
No, it's foreign foreign CB coming in. No, that's just too much noise and all the other interference and rubbish on that. Ugh, dear oh dear. So there we are, people. That's probably about it for now. Unless you want to talk about anything else, I've got a massive amount of rubbish everywhere now. I cannot move now. I've got this blue bin out. I literally can't move in here. So I'm going to have to pull all of that out. I'm going to need to find that microphone because that's really bugging me. But, yeah. I think if I was going to use a radio in the car now, it would be the Midland. But then I do like the old sets. I don't know. It's one of those things. I mean, I used to alternate the CBs that I used to use, really. I'd use one week and then change another one. I did end up with the Midland back in the car most of the time. Right, let's catch up with the rest of the chat because I've been ignoring that. Let me just get my glass. I'm so organised. It'd be typical, wouldn't it? If someone's yabbering away on channel 19. I can turn it on and monitor it actually with that one. So let's go back to FM. Turn the squelch off. Go 7, 8, 1, 2, 5. We'll leave it on. We'll leave it on there. I'll turn the volume up where we're. So if anybody shouts on channel 19, we should hear them in theory if they're close. Yeah, they are. They're not new, but they are as new, Sean, because I've kept them in their original boxes. Apart from the Macon, which I can't find. I think that's boxed up in the other box on the floor. I can't even get near the bench now because this blue box I pulled out is in the way. Nothing wrong with the Murphy. Just TX hum. You only got a glimpse of the Murphy. It's not nice. It was making me feel ill. Thanks for that, Victor. Does the button M3 scan all the channels? Yeah, you can do all sorts with it. I believe you can set like a scan limit. I'm not 100% sure though, Sean, but yeah, that would scan whatever band that you're on. If you turn the squelch up, it'll only pick out stations that are active. Hi Johnny, how are you? There's lightning over Poland and Italy. That's what all that noise is then. Yeah, we've fixed a sort of CB over the spate of about 4 days, Victor. Today was like the final. Could I go through how PLLs work? No, I couldn't, Andrew. Would you like to? Mike! Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. You need beer, Bob. Sky's gone black. I can send you the Murphy, can I, Bob? That'd be nice of me. CB radios made a lovely change from the normal events. It's good to mix it up a bit, isn't it? Because I mean, we all like hackers and we like Roberts, but to see them all the time, it does get a little bit monotonous. So as I say, I've got a nice little collection of CBs, and you haven't seen them all yet either, because I've got another box under here. You've got an Antron 99 in the garage. It's a good aerial, that is, Victor, and you can tune it completely through the band on 28 mags, 10 meters. Cheers, Mike. Thanks very much again today. You're a star. I know Tony. I think Fat Tony asked if I could run through how a PLL works. So I sent him a link to a book because it's a complex thing. I mean, George says they're simple, but to me, they're not simple. My head just can't get it quite around it. I haven't got an Amstrad, Bob. No Amstrad in the building. I've not got a single Amstrad thing in the house. So, as I say, I've got at least 3 radios there that need some work. So whether we do another session on the CBs or we go back to radios, I think I've got some radios that are in for repair. Obviously, I need to get to grips with them. I've got to do. I think next on the list is Tony's radios, which I've got 2 valve radios to do, and a Selena 215. So I think that's next up. Yeah, they had one with a Cybernet board, but the others, yeah, it's one of those radios. They were fairly sensitive, but they just, I don't know. They had a Roger bleep on them as well, didn't they? I think the Amstrads had a Roger bleep on them. They just weren't very well made, were they? You want to know about them? You don't. You must have been on CB back in the day, Sean. You're not that young, I don't think, are you? Well, I say you're not that young, but in the 80s, I was still a teenager, I suppose. But But I did like a nice. I've got nothing here with a Roger bleep on it either, which is a shame. I like a good high gain Roger bleep. What's your bets for Alan Sugar? Yeah, but really, I think this Midland, this probably works as well as the Rotels and the better of the Cybernet rigs, if not better. And the fact you've got the CPT band on it as well. You've got 80 channels there. You can, if there's good conditions, you can speak all over the world on that. To be fair, but it's just waiting for the conditions. There's a hell of a lot of noise on that band. I don't know what the amateur bands are doing. Yeah, they're pretty noisy as well, but it's there's nothing on 20 meters. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Hey, Victor, get the Selena out. Yeah, I will do in the week. We'll have a look at the Selena in the week.
It's very good. And the name is Lou, London, Oscar Uniport. Thank you very much, and 73, and good evening. Yourself.
That's a strong station. 40 meters. That's got loads of noise on it. Graham's propagation. He's got a tone with his audio. Nah, there's way too much noise on the bands. You're not gonna. They're not very good at all. What radio are you tuning with right now? It's an ICOM 7800 Rampton. Just over to my right. It's difficult to see it because I've got to move all the cameras, etc. You're welcome, mate. It's a lovely radio. That was a big investment. That was, but well worth it. Well worth it. I need the antenna to match it. To be fair, and I'm still debating whether to change antennas for that. Change the top section of an Antron 99 for 11-foot fire stick for good vertical on 15-17 meters. Yeah. Yeah, they call it a fire up, don't they? It's a fire up. I think. I was looking at them the other day, Gary. Yeah, Sean likes his Selena, don't you, Sean? Got any American radios? I don't think I have, Sean, have I? I don't think I've got any American radios, funnily enough. No, yes I have. Yes I have. I've got the I've got a Zenith, am I? I've got a couple Zeniths actually. I've got a Zenith multi-band, and I've got a little Zenith pocket radio that I need to do as well. So that might come out one day. You've got Antron 99 as well, have you, Gary? Well, say got this reel of RG58 here, but well, I did have a reel of it. It's nearly all gone though. I certainly haven't got enough for any length, Gary. I've probably got some 213, depending on how far you want to go. $12 and $10. Is there anything on 12 meters? Oh, I've gone and got that. That's way too bright now, isn't it? It's better. Brightened up the camera for the radio. There's a fair bit on 12, is there? Rotary dipoles. A 40-meter rotary dipole's got to be pretty large, Victor, isn't it? That's got to be huge, a 40-meter dipole, surely, unless it's trapped, I suppose. But even then, it's still going to be pretty massive. Works on 2 meters. I've got a vertical up for 2 meters, so I don't need any issues with that, Gary. Well, people, I think that's pretty much it for today. Hope you've enjoyed our little sort of CB segment, a bit of reminiscing the good old days of CB back in the 80s. And as I say, I might revisit and do a couple of those others. That one with the burnt board looks interesting. I really ought to get to grips with that. See if we can get that cleaned up. I believe burnt fiberglass can become conductive as well, can it? Oh, it's a V dipole, is it? Oh, right, okay. So there you are, people. That's it for today. Don't forget, thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Click the little bell, and then you'll get notifications when I go live. Not 100% sure what's happening next week. So we'll see. We'll see. But I will be on possibly Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Not 100% sure yet. But keep an eye out for the notifications. And I'll catch you guys soon. So thanks for joining me. Have fun. And stay safe. Bye for now.